still off the tip of Block Island, and I think Andy just might have hooked the fish of the day.
Oh, this is certainly bigger than anything. Yeah, it's certainly bigger than anything I caught so far today.
I want to bring this in.
Fish got some nice weight to him, guys.
Now, Skip, basically, like you said, if that fish would have jettisoned down and went down hard, you would have started the motor back down on it, maybe chased him a little bit, because you don't want him to get into the structure here, the high
Coming
spots,
up now. Guys, there he is.
Oh, coming
up on top.
Yeah, I always like to see
that's a nice
always
tail.
like to see a fish come on the surface far from the boat. That's always a good sign.
Wow, nice fish. There we go.
That might be a little better.
Oh, that fish is screaming, Rick. Wow.
You're watching Northeast Angling. We're proud to present inshore and offshore saltwater fishing. We cover every species from fluke and porgies to stripers, sharks, and tuna. You can learn more about techniques, tackle, and destinations at neangling.com. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Well, here we are. We're off of Block Island. Our guest today is Captain Skip Stritzinger. Skip has a charter service, online fishing charter. Skip.
Online fishing charters.
Yeah, he's got a unique technique for fishing eels without any weight, and we're going to give it a try.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it too, guys.
All right.
We're fishing one of my favorite spots on Earth today. This is Block Island. We're about a mile offshore, and Block Island's been referred to for a long time, the Bermuda of the North, and not so much for the beauty of it, because of the shipwrecks that occurred here, you know, early in the 1800s. And between 1810 and 1840, there were about 50, 60 ships that were lost here, you know, right around the island until they put the North Light and the South Light in, and then that saved a few boats.
A lot of history, I take it, huh?
Well, guys, I'm excited. Let's get this started. Let's get going.
He's got his baited up. We got our reels on, and let's do it.
I need mine. I think I want to fish with you guys.
You gonna come down with us? Now, Skip, you got to tell us exactly what you need us to do here. I mean, this is your game, so.
All righty. Well, I'm going to hook this eel right through the bottom lip and up through the hood of the mouth, hoping that he doesn't get too tangled up. And we're going to go to town.
All right.
We're a little ways away from our first mark.
So
I'm going to get you guys in position.
And we're just going to drag him in the water behind the boat nice and slow as we slip up on the mark.
Well, actually, why don't we go right here, and Rich, I'll put you right here on the starboard side.
Okay, I'll take that.
And Andy right over here.
Okay.
And just, yeah, kind of dip them in the water and drag them a little bit. And we're going to get up tide of this spot, okay, this first spot, and we're going to back into the wind coming down.
Okay.
We're going to flip the line out a little bit. You probably 10, 15 feet in that direction. Andy over here about 10 or 15 feet. Okay, and then we're going to be backing down into the wind, moving with a tide that I believe is running here probably about 1 knot to the south. So we're going to try to take the wind out of the equation altogether and have these eels swim down the bottom in about 45 to 50 feet of water without any weight.
Wow, no weight at all. This is going to be amazing.
This is going to be fun. Come on, let's get up to this first spot.
Okie doke.
Well, we just moved back up on this piece, Skip, and right away your eel hit the bottom, you were in. Looks like, how's the fish feel?
Feels good, feels good. I don't think he's more than 20, 25.
Now, Skip, let me, you know, when that fish picked up, you felt the knock?
And whack.
And what'd you do? You gave him like 5 or 6 feet, you said?
About 4 or 5 seconds, really.
Really?
Yeah, 4 or 5 seconds to run with it.
And in this kind of fishing where we're, you know, free lining our baits, it's always a good idea. We pulled our baits right out of the water. Just got him at it. Rich, you got the net over there?
No, actually, I was going to ask you where it is. It's right on my feet.
Avoid tangling the fish. Just easier this way. You know, I'll tell you what, Skip. This is just a beautiful spot. We're sitting here right off the tip of Block, and you know, this
turned out to be a nice day too.
Yeah, it's turning out to be a really beautiful day. Sea's laying down, and once again, just steady pressure on this fish. Work them up.
There we go.
Not a
We got
bad
color.
looking fish.
We got color now. That's not a bad fish at all, Skip. Wow, you know, I love the visibility here, I'll tell you.
Oh my gosh, yeah, 'cause that
beautiful.
fish's still down there a ways.
I mean, he's at what, 15 feet, 20 feet down, and I can see this fish.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
beautiful.
Look how pretty
He's
that
up
is.
now. That's a nice fish, Skip. I think he fooled you a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. I like these reels, Rich. These are really smooth.
They are smooth. They are very smooth. That's the Toriums, and they're relatively new, but I'll tell you, you can really put the screws to the fish with those reels. All right, head first, right into the net. There we go.
Oh, nice fish, Skip.
That's not a bad fish, Skip.
Yeah. Good job. Let's get that
him
fish up
in
and
the
out.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty fish right there. That is a very pretty fish right there. Now I'm starting to get the blood pumping a little bit here, Andy.
Here we go.
all right?
Here we go.
You know, I marked the spot, so we'll be able to get back on, right back onto that high piece.
That's a perfect hook. Right in the corner of the mouth, and now we're using a...
Take a look at him.
What are we using, a 5-0? 5-0 Gami?
That's a 6-0.
6-0 Gamakatsu octopus style hook?
Yeah.
That's a pretty fish right there. That's a real pretty fish.
There you go.
Yep.
Nice fish. Look at the stomach on
Beautiful.
this fish.
He's fat.
Colors.
I think they're eating well. Now, you know, you said there's a lot of bottom life down there. There's a lot of porgies, a lot of bagals, blackfish. And I guess these fish just lay up on that structure, and that's what they're picking off on, right?
Should we let her go?
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
let her
get back
go?
over the side. You want me to do the honors there, Skip?
Oh, sure. Be my guest, Danny.
I've got it.
Beautiful.
That's a nice way to start it out. That was good.
Now, when we release these fish, one thing we want to do, we get them in the water. This fish, I'll tell you what, this water's nice and cool here. Look at the dorsal on this fish. It's
Dorsal's
up right
up
away.
already. That fish is ready to go.
Ready to go.
It'll take right off.
Here
There
it
you go.
goes. Wow.
Straight down. It's
All right.
beautiful. Good job, Skip. Very
Turn
good.
it around. I'm going to get it
Let's
back
go
up
get
on
it.
that
You don't
piece.
mind if we make that drift again,
Yeah,
do
let's get a couple more fish.
We'll be right up on it.
I got us, guys. Bring it up.
Yeah, nice structure here.
Visit the Northeast Angling website at neangling.com for nationwide saltwater charter directory, fishing news, and free fishing reports. You can also find dozens of techniques, tips, and tackle for every saltwater species. Now let's get back to the action.
Nice, Sandy, nice.
All right.
There you go.
There we go. I'll tell you what, you know, we went over that piece. You saw that one mark, Skip? You said, oh, it looks like a fish, and you were right.
Let me bring up there.
You know, like to Skip, that's important. Out of consideration now, Andy just set up into that fish. The last thing we want to do is tangle these lines, get these eels in the boat, and now we're just going to spend some time with him and see what he's got on there.
Not a very big
Enjoy
fish,
the
but you know
fight
what?
with him there, Rich.
Oh, now he's showing a little bit of weight.
All right, all right. Right off the tip of Block Island here, you can see the lighthouse in the background. This is what a beautiful area we're looking at right
You know, the
here.
amazing thing is here on Bass, I'm so used to fishing inshore where there's land all around. I'm looking out. I got one little bit of land behind me and nothing but open ocean.
It's beautiful. This is beautiful. I can't like.
Oh, there he is.
The clarity is unbelievable here. Also, you got color in that fish?
Yeah, so but you know,
Skip,
he's
can you
working his way
fish
out.
that net in the back there?
You bet.
See
Now
if
we're
we can
gonna
get
get him up
this fish
there.
going. Put a nice bend in that rod, Andy.
Oh yeah.
You go there, Rich.
Thank you, bud.
He's going around the boat, boys.
All right, we're gonna go for a walk. We're gonna go.
Turn that boat around.
Guess what? Blue dog.
Blue
What's
dog.
up, bluefish? Look at that.
Bluefish out here.
Wow.
Oh man.
You know,
Now look what he's spitting up.
what is he spitting
Oh
up?
my gosh, looks like herring.
Herring
Tons
or,
of herring in the water.
herring or your eel? Well, if you don't
No,
mind,
I already saw the eel. You can put the net away.
I was gonna say if you
Good.
don't mind, I am gonna put this net away because
Yeah,
we would like
sure,
to shave
absolutely.
a few of these.
Why don't you reach down there and kind of
I'll
stick
just-
that
I'll
hook
just-
out, you know?
You want to lip them?
No, we'll get this fish. I'll show you a neat trick.
If you got them lip hooked, we could probably just maybe
No,
just
I'm gonna
swing
show
them
you a
right
good
in.
trick.
Couple of wraps over the side. What do you think, Andy? Tailing them?
Nah, blue fisherman from way back, boys.
So here we think he's
Hang
got
on.
a monster on here. He's struggling up in the bow.
Come. Come on.
There you go. Now,
This pal?
you generally you get a lot of these fish mixing up in here. You said it's early for these fish
Yeah, it's
now,
early.
right?
It's early. We've gotten a few. As the summer goes on, we'll get more and more. The dogs will disappear.
I got you.
But surprised to find this one out here.
That fish, you know, he doesn't look like he's been here too long. Easy judging
Get
by
great
what's in
some
his stomach.
color.
It's a very thin fish. racer, right, Andy?
Yeah, and look at the colors. So
Nice
it's
fish.
pretty ocean colors, you know?
Pretty fish.
I'll tell you, people say they want to get away from bluefish and, they're a headache, but let me tell you something. Pound for pound, that's one of the best fighting fish you're going to see over here.
Yeah, and when you're reeling, though, we could probably do without it.
Heck of a job.
With the price of eels.
Can I get a pair of pliers here? 'Cause I'd like to.
Will that do it for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
You want to retain your fingers?
Thank you, Rich. Just give me a
Yeah,
little pull. Thank you. Thank you.
There you go.
Don't get him back in the water.
Off we go.
Oh, we know they're here. Let's go back up.
I don't see why not.
Look at the mark.
All right, let's get me into some fish. Skip, you've moved us on from one little pile of boulders to the next. How did you find these spots?
Well, Andy, this whole area out here, as you've seen today, it's just full of boulders that have appeared as the sands of this island erode, and the island's eroding away, all the time. Every year it takes away about another 4 or 5 feet of shoreline.
And then it's just left as just the boulders.
Just these boulders, and some of them show up on the chart as boulder fields, and others just, kind of keeping a good eye on your fish finder as you drive over them.
Yeah. Andy and I are such firm believers of keeping a sharp eye on what's going on with that. I mean, it takes a long time to learn your machine. You really got to keep an eye on it. And, like we've been doing, you'd mark a couple of fish on that machine, maybe get a couple of pickups, maybe a fish or two, and then you're going to warm up and you're going to make that same drift again. So it's one of the most key instruments you got on your boat.
And a lot of times when you're cruising around, it's not a bad idea. If you're running through an area, you see some interesting boulders and spots that you might want to go back to, you mark them for later on, even though you might not have fish on them.
Andy, that's a great point. Like Skip, you said when we were coming out this morning, you said what we're going to do is, we're going to hit a couple of these pieces, make a few drifts on them. If we don't pick a fish, go to the next one. I mean, in reality, it doesn't take long to eliminate water. So if you come across something that you haven't seen before, make a drift over it.
Right.
You never know.
How many spots do you think you have, Skip?
Oh, we've got several hundred out here at the island.
Several hundred.
But in any area that might be 100 yards by 100 yards, we've got maybe 20 or so different boulders, and we'll go around that and just check each one out and just kind of say yes, no, maybe. That spot might hold fish, and then you can eliminate them pretty fast.
That's a nice, thorough approach.
I got a nervous eel here. I got a very nervous eel here. Come on, baby. Somebody talk to me.
Come on, guys.
Oh, there he goes.
There he goes.
Right as I said that. So I think I'm getting chomped. Yep, getting chomped again.
Got the doggies. Okay. I think one more drift through here, and then we're going to try a different spot, guys.
Oh yeah, I think he got bruised up pretty good.
I think so.
I guess that's. No,
Skip, are pretty clean. Those were definitely bass bites
that,
through here last time.
I'm sorry?
Those were definitely bass bites last time. Nobody got cut up,
but this is
no doubt that's a doggy.
Pretty pronounced.
Visit the Northeast Angling YouTube channel for hundreds of videos, including full-length episodes, exciting clips, product reviews, and instructional videos. And now, the exciting conclusion of Northeast Angling.
Skip, we got these eels right on the bottom now, and you said to wait for that. Whoa, actually, there it is. 1, 2. Now he's not really running, but I felt the tap. There he goes. Now he's walking away with it. Out about now, Skip. Skip.
Set it out. Set it out. Give it to him.
Slack out.
Oh, I gotta love them T-tops, Andy. You gotta love them T-tops, Andy. There's a fish.
Why don't we get him up? Let him bring that in.
Hey now. Hey, not for nothing, guys. This fish is staying down.
Oops.
Oh yeah. I almost donated a rod to the Edgewater T-tops. I know. I'm a center console guy, Skip. I can't get used to this sometimes, I'll tell you. It's tough. But that was, like I said, exactly what you said. Now what happened to my eel ran?
Your eel's creeping up the line.
So my eel ran up the line?
How's he feeling there, Rich?
Not bad. Now that's something you don't want to happen when there's bluefish around, I take it, right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's how you can lose a good bass. This fish is, he's not a bad fish at all, actually. Taking me off the bow, I want to see if I can turn this fish. Put the screws to him a little bit. There we go. Yeah. I got him right at the side of the boat here. It looks like he's hooked right in the corner of the mouth too, Andy. Skip, you notice most of these fish, you have a tendency of lip hooking with also?
I'd say probably about 50-50 there, Rich. But,
Yeah.
You know, today we're getting them in the lip.
But again,
I think they're a little fickle today.
Oh yeah. You notice like when you do get a gut hook fish or a deep fish, you take a look where that hook is. If you can get it, you get it. If not, you just cut the line, you let that fish go.
Right.
Andy, how many times have we caught fish with hooks in them?
Yeah, that's a nice fish.
Absolutely.
That was fun.
You shouldn't be doing anything with them.
Right, exactly. When you get them hooked down deep, just cut the line, let the fish go. And I don't think this guy's going to need much reviving either. If you want to hold that, I'll pop it. Yeah. Wow, I got it right in the corner.
You know, that's another reason why you want to stay tight to these fish. Once you hook them up, keep a bend in the rod. Any slack at all, that hook is out of this fish and this fish is gone.
Yeah, but you know, again, you think about it, it's amazing. 50 feet of water, we're fishing live eels with no weight. You know, it's just the way you're power drifting, the way you're holding us.
Eels swimming right down.
It's amazing.
The entire feel of the pickup and the hook set. It's a wonderful way to fish.
I mean, I can honestly say, Andy, both of us, we've eeled quite a few times in our lives, and we've really never seen anything like that before. It's just a unique way of catching these fish. How's he doing?
Doing great.
There he goes. Yep. Got to pick up there, Skip?
Yeah, I think I got to pick up. Hold on.
There we go.
There we go.
Nice set on that fish, by the way. All right, Andy, let's get these in.
All right, here we go.
Let's get these in. What do you got? Feel good, Skip?
Well, hard to tell. He's feeling, he's running a little.
You know, we were at, what, 60 feet of water? You said, let's push in here, try a little shallower, get into this boulder field. And what, that was the first drift, right, Andy?
Absolutely, and I'm going to mark that, I'm plotting that spot.
You got that?
Get back over that piece.
Skip, you want to come back with this fish? Come back with this fish.
I think I'll be walking them around.
Yeah, we're clear. These lines are clear. Don't worry about that. Let me get these out of your way. And just stay with that fish. That's a good idea, Andy. You just shut the motor off. You know, it's so amazing, Skip, that we're actually fishing in 45 feet of water with no weight. You know, Andy, I can't believe that.
You know, and these fish are jumping on these eels. They hit the bottom, they swim along, and boom, these fish are picking them right up.
That's not a bad little fish. That's not a bad fish.
Want to release him by the side, or?
Yeah, you know what? Why don't you bring that one to me? I'll take a wrap on the leader. I'll see if I can lift this fish.
There we go.
Not a bad looking fish at all. Oh, nice, perfect hook too, Skip. Now I got the leader in my hand. What do we have here, Andy? 40-pound fluoro we're fishing. Banish, I think we got. I got him by the hook. I'm gonna lip him. I want to get that fish right into the side of the boat. That's a good looking bass.
Yeah, good looking bass. A little sea lice on him. Just come in there.
Block Island bass? Yeah, you know, you said that. No, Skip, talk about that. You said there's a little bit of sea lice on this fish. I'm looking at it. Andy, you can see it as well as I can. Yeah. And what does that tell you? Do you get any kind of indication when you see stuff like that?
Well, to me, it means that the fish are still on the move. They just come in, okay? And they haven't settled in for the summer yet.
All right, so these are like just fish that were in transit and just getting up in here is what you're saying?
That's what I think.
All right.
Well, this is a little guy. I know you promised us some bigger fish. So let's move back and get back on.
Now, you know, I'm looking at this fish now, and the dorsal's up on this fish. I know I don't have to swim it. I'm going to put him nose down right into the water and just let him go. And he just took off like a rocket. Good job. Very good job.
All right.
Way to go, Skip.
Go get another guy.
I'd like to make that drift again if we could. You know, Skip, you said we had time for one more drift. We got a front moving in here, still off the tip of Block Island, and I think Andy just might have hooked the fish of the day.
Oh, this is certainly bigger than anything. Yeah, it's certainly bigger than anything I caught so far today.
I want to bring this in.
Fish got some nice weight to him, guys.
Now, Skip, basically, like you said, if that fish would have jettisoned down and went down hard, you would have started the motor back down on it, maybe chased him a little bit, because you don't want him to get into the structure here, the high
Coming
spots,
up now. Guys, there he is.
Coming
up on top.
Yeah, I always like to see
that's a nice
like to see a fish come on the surface far from the boat. That's always a good sign. I got a ways to go with this, but I want to get it ready.
No, we'll get him in here, Rich.
But Skip, you called that. You said as soon as we get off the back of that edge, we're going to hook this fish, and you were right on the money.
Tell you, look at the size of that tail. That's not a bad fish.
Doesn't look like a bad fish. It really doesn't. This looks like one of the better fishes.
You know, I'm going to have to take this little live lining yield technique. Start trying this back where I fish.
It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, man.
Turn this fish up, Rich.
That's a good-looking fish, Andy. That's a real good-looking fish.
Here we go.
We got some shoulders
here,
boys. We got some shoulders.
Yep.
All right, now you know we talk about this all the time.
Beat
Just
him
as
into the
much
net.
the angler's responsibility as it is the netter's.
There we go. Now, Rich.
You want to bring him towards me, and I'm going to take him right there. That's a nice fish, Andy. That's a beauty right there.
Yes, nice job.
That's a Block Island bass, right?
You bet.
Oh, I might need 2 hands for him. You got him, bud?
Yeah, man. That's a good fish.
Skip, right on the money. Right on the money. That is one heck of a fish right there. That's a, you know what, these fish are feeding well. Look at the girth on the
fish, heavy.
Just the shoulders, a big old tail on this fish. This one's a little cleaner than the other ones we've had, but this is a beautiful fish.
Oh, yeah.
Can we con you into another drift, or we really have to worry about getting back real quick?
Let's watch later.
Thank you for watching Northeast Angling. You can learn more about techniques, tackle, and destinations as seen on this show at neangling.com. See you on the water.